Good morning, happy birthday to you, even if it's not your real birthday, because every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate life. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. And before we get going, I'm talking about feedback versus criticism. I am going to say happy birthday because I forgot yesterday, but I'm going to do a really quick one. So happy birthday today to Christina, Brooke, Michaela, Rob, and Emma and Scarlett. And then for those I forgot yesterday, because I said I was going to do it at the end yesterday and I completely forgot, happy birthday to Amanda, Tamsyn loves sunshine, what a beautiful name, Fava, Ben and Lisa. So happy birthday to you guys for yesterday as well. So that's it, that's the birthday thing out of the way. Let me know, give me some feedback on whether or not that's better, just to crack that on, get it done, and then move on to the topic of the day, which is feedback versus criticism, and what the difference is between the two, and also about self-criticism and self-feedback, because we're going to talk about that in a minute as well. So first of all, feedback versus criticism. I heard about this today on one of the videos I listen to in the mornings, of course, and it was defined as being feedback is designed, well no, let's start with criticism first of all. Criticism is negative, feedback is positive. Criticism is designed to manipulate or control you. They're trying to tell you that you're not good enough. They are criticizing you because they think you should be better or whatever. They think they're better than you or something like that. So criticism being a negative kind of thing, just generally speaking. But feedback is designed to motivate and change you, to allow you to learn. Now obviously you could pick holes in those two definitions and say, well, it's basically the same thing, isn't it? And I think possibly you could say yes it is, but my thinking is, well, if you do separate out the two, then you have the ability to say, okay, so that was feedback and that was criticism. It allows you to compartmentalize the two different things. So when somebody is being critical, you can go, okay, so they're being negative, they are being manipulative, they are trying to control me. But you have to look at what they're saying, because it might be feedback, it might be something good and useful that allows you to motivate you to change and to be better. It's hard to tell without specific examples, of course, but have a look. It's worth having a look at when somebody says something to you that feels like it's negative or it's, criticizing you. Ask yourself the question, is it actually feedback? Is it something that I need to take forward? Another thing that this lady said this morning on the video was, which feeds into this, which is when one person says something, you don't really need to listen to it. When two people say to it, you might want to start thinking about, oh, hang on a minute, this is something relevant. And then when multiple people say it, then you go, okay, now this is something I need to pay attention to. Because one person's probably criticism, two people might be criticism, but multiple people is probably feedback. It's probably saying to you, okay, so maybe there's something that needs to change here, something that can be done better. Depends what it is, obviously. It depends where you are in your life and so forth. But it allows you to think. Just have a think. Is that helpful? Is that something that is worth changing? Is it something that I want to take on board? Is this some motivation or positive feedback to help me change? A lot of times when people say, I'm just going to give you some critical feedback. So if it hasn't got some sort of positive element to it, that's the other thing about this feedback thing as well, is positive criticism is fine to a certain extent. Well, positive feedback would be better, of course. And constructive feedback is even better than that, which is right, okay, so I think this is how you did it wrong, and this is how I think you could potentially do it better. This is a suggestion as to how you might want to think about doing that going forward. This might be a better way of doing it, as opposed to just saying, that was crap, that was sorry, language, don't normally swear. That was terrible, that was useless, you were rubbish, you can't do that anymore, you shouldn't be doing that sort of stuff. All that kind of stuff. It's like, well, that's just negative, that's negative and demeaning. It doesn't actually help me move forward. It doesn't make anything better. It doesn't help me to move forward in any way, shape or form. So it's interesting this, because yesterday I had loads of people on my coming into the live, and today I've got virtually nobody coming into my live. Very interesting. That is an hour later, I'll give you that. But also I've tagged a whole bunch of people for their birthdays in here as well. I wonder if that's a factor as well, because yesterday I forgot to tag anybody in, and obviously I've got lots of people coming on and chatting. It's interesting. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, there's one of you, and as I speak, one viewer comes on board. This is on feedback. This is on Facebook, of course, because if you're watching this on YouTube or on Instagram, it will be meaningless to you, because it's just a recording from earlier on today. Here I am halfway up the hill from Ilfracombe, by the way, and there's the Ilfracombe down there. A place called Montpellier Grove, but I don't think I'll stop here again. I feel very conspicuous because there's a whole bunch of houses behind behind you. Okay, so anyway, so is it critical? How many people are telling you? Multiple people are saying it might be worth listening to. Has the feedback got any positive elements to it? Has it got something constructive that you can take away from it that might help you move forward? I forgot to tell the timer as well, didn't I? So I've got no idea how long I've been talking for. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I forget to do that. Anyway, absolutely no idea. I wonder if I edit, can I? No, it doesn't work, does it either? No, okay. I've lost my train of thought completely now as well. This hasn't been the best one at all. It's funny, when I talk in these little sort of like feel self-conscious of where I'm speaking, I don't mind normally, but the trouble is, of course, there are people looking out the windows now at me thinking, well, what's he doing? What's he doing? What's he chatting about? And I'm videoing. It looks like a video. Anyway. See, here's me being self-critical. So this leads us on to self-criticism and self-feedback. Are you negative to yourself? Do you beat yourself up and give yourself negative self-criticism? And is that really being, and do you feel manipulated and controlled by yourself when you're doing that? Because quite a lot of the time we'll beat ourselves up and tell ourselves, oh, that was crap, that was terrible. Oh God, I swore again. That was terrible, that was useless. You're not good enough. You should do. You can do better on that, and all that kind of stuff. And you can just beat yourself up without thinking, well, how can I do this better? What more constructive thing can I do about this? How can I do this thing in a better way? And move forward. He went that way. Man, I don't know where he went, but he went that way. Yes, so there you go. Bringing the car around, I guess. Oh dear. Yes, you see, I am being self-criticism here, self-critical. Oh. Now we've blocked the whole path. Oh, this is getting really funny now. Okay, I'm going to give up here. It's terrible. Too many people around now, wandering around. Oh dear. So am I being critical or am I just giving myself some feedback? I'm giving myself some feedback. So here's my positive feedback. Don't do this sort of thing in front of people's houses. Basically, go and do it on the seafront when people are wandering around, but you don't feel quite so intrusive on people's lives. That's a better way of doing these things. So there you go. That's a bit of positive personal feedback. And now they're getting into the car over here, so it's all good fun. Yes, so yeah, the other thing, I'm gonna walk away at this point because this is not great, because they're getting to the car now, so everything I say it's going to be listened into. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just they might ask questions, and I kind of want to move on anyway, so I'm going to move on. Just give you a little bit of a view from here. I feel intruding into their life. That's the thing here, rather than them wondering what I'm up to. I feel like I'm intruding on their life. And I might not be. They might not be worried about it at all. I am projecting onto them in this respect. And that's not quite so great. Someone coming up behind me in the car now. Maybe this area would have been better, I don't know. Oh, hello, you're back. Yeah, I lost the signal. Obviously walking around the corner there was no signal all of a sudden. So I've had to wander around until my signal came back. But this has been the one of the worst of these lives, I think. I don't think I'm going to bother putting this onto Instagram and YouTube. This is ridiculous. Anyway, happy birthday to the people whose real birthdays it was. The only other thing I was going to say, and I have no idea how much time I've got left now. Actually, I probably will put it onto YouTube because it's just funny, isn't it? Cordelia Kate was talking about bloopers. And now it's taxis coming up here. You'd think these little tiny side lanes would be quite quiet, wouldn't you? At I suppose it's 9 o'clock in the morning now, isn't it? So I'm a bit late in the morning. Anyway, yeah, talking about blooper reels. I don't really do blooper reels because I do everything live, so all my bloopers are kind of live. Can you hear the annoying seagulls? Constant chatter. If you watch the Pixar movies, mine, 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 but they just sit up here. I'm going to flip the camera around here. They just sit around. on the top of the houses. Just sit there chatting to each other. They're all just there, just chatting to each other. There's another one up here. Another one up there. Like they all have their own little houses. It's ridiculous. Oh, another one over there, look. Just sitting there, chat. There we go. They just decide to have a little chat. Blooper reels. I can even see there's houses up the top of the hill there. There you go. Right, I'll go now, aren't they? Anyway, yeah, actually here you go, footband as well. I'm not going to finish off this now. I'll do this subject another time, but where are we? Oh, they've flown away. Oh, there's one over there. It's just everywhere. All right. Are you talking to me? This one up here is going at the moment. Right, okay, that's me wrapping up for now. Take care, guys. Have a lovely Friday. I will see you another time. I am going to wrap up here, give you the love. You can do the breathing exercise if you want. Watch one of my other videos if you want to know the breathing exercise. I'm going to give up here and head home. Especially with guys chatting to me. Chitty chat. Bye for now, take care.